Miller casts without hooks, relying solely on a simple piece of string to catch the big fish here. The biting coastal breeze fails to dampen Miller's high anticipation. Launching high-intensity exploration demands not expensive gear, but a hearty breakfast to replenish energy that seemingly rough, dark reef now transforms into his perfect natural culinary table. Time is tight, making traditional fire-starting methods clearly inappropriate. The blue flames from the portable gas stove quickly dispel the morning chill. That small and exquisite jar of coconut oil will serve as the key catalyst to unlock the primal umami of premium ingredients. Miller handles it with practiced ease. Coarse salt is scattered evenly over the 3 pinkish-white fillets, which sizzled delightfully under high heat. The intertwined aroma of coconut oil and ultra-fresh fish creates an intoxicating fragrance that fills the air around him. This is not merely a simple wild fast food, but rather the most direct and sincere tribute to nature's abundant bounty, marking how every day should ideally begin. The sizzling mahi-mahi and rainbow runner in the pan bear witness to yesterday's glorious catch. However, today's core mission is not merely enjoying the meal, but undertaking a far more challenging feat, fishing without any hooks at all. Envision an awkward scenario born from social media romance when metal hooks are absent. A single string can turn potential decay into magic, staging a classic hero rescues beauty narrative for the ages. The so-called extreme challenge does not rely on high-tech gear, but on dismantling the ordinary nylon string from the gas stove cover. This Murphy centimeter orange fiber bears the heavy responsibility of proving one's strength with dexterous twisting fingertips. The originally tight strands are peeled away one by one, turning into fluffy fishing tools. The fluffy orange fibers rubbed between fingertips gradually mimic the tentacle morphology of marine creatures. The golden and appetizing fillets announce the perfect conclusion of breakfast. A tiny sinker is precisely serrated at the end of the transparent line, forming an ultra-minimalist yet lethal fishing rig ready for action. Unbound by hooks or swivels, this primitive rig appears rudimentary yet strikes directly at the fish's foraging instinct. The orange fibers flutter in the sea breeze, seemingly endowed with a life of their own, mimicking the subtle movements of prey in the water. Although the sea surface currently rests in a dead water state, with the surging tide soon to push, this unorthodox hunt is about to face its true test. Miller Wilson sits back for a brief moment, savoring the fresh catch from yesterday morning before rising to pack his gear and step toward the waiting waves with quiet confidence. With breakfast done, Miller steps onto the rugged reef. That clump of orange fibers in hand now faces nature's strict testaments to waves. A deep-sea fishing memory spanning time quietly emerges. In the Bali waters at dawn, Miller Wilson stands ready at the bow. The early rise at 3:30 in the morning is solely to seize the advantage near the fish aggregating devices. The triple hook snell rig is fully deployed. The risky decision to abandon the wire leader demonstrates absolute confidence in the sheer power of the target big fish. This setup reveals his deep understanding of the local marine environment and his unwavering determination to catch the prize barracuda. The live bait is precisely threaded through the nostril, maintaining the most natural swimming posture. The moment this perfect lure slides into the deep sea, it instantly triggers a violent strike from below. The captain's shout and the instantly taut fishing line announce that the opening of this deep-sea game has already reached a truly dramatic climax. Yeah. What? There we go. Oh, it's mad. It's a beautiful little mahi. Look at him jumpy. Right. I won't fishing me bloody shot. We've got a beautiful little mahi to start the morning. Hey, hold diabo, I'm just gonna rip this. There we go. The golden Sian mahi-mahi slaps violently on the deck, announcing the first victory. Sunlight pierces through the clouds onto the sea surface. The tacit high five between the captain and the explorer dispels the morning fatigue. This is merely the beginning, as larger prey lurks in the unknown abyss ahead. The heavy 150-gram jig descends slowly into the dark abyss, yet 300 meters of line still fail to find the seabed. The sheer and terrifying depth of this oceanic trench is truly awe-inspiring, driven by an intense and burning desire to catch the elusive ruby snapper. Miller carefully guides the vessel toward shallower waters. However, dark storm clouds luminously on the distant horizon and torrential rain begins to fall heavily, quietly closing in on the lone fishing boat. Gale and rain sweep the sea. The black hooded raincoat shields against the harsh weather facing deep water failure. Miller shifts strategy, targeting the 30 to 40 meter shallow belt. Switching to lightweight gear is a pragmatic yet necessary compromise under extreme conditions. The gale and rain force an early termination of the sea voyage. The soaked explorer retreats to land carrying a heavy cooler. This simple yet dry temporary cottage appears incredibly precious at this moment compared to the wind and rain-swept tent. This haven provides a crucial, stable environment for the subsequent fish processing. Miller enters with evident relief, showcasing the modest shelter as a significant upgrade from their usual camping conditions. The dense rain hammers the roof, emphasizing the comfort of this unexpected refuge. The narrow kitchen cannot accommodate the moving stove. Thus, the large wooden table naturally becomes a temporary dissection station. A long blade knife with a wooden handle seems rudimentary, but is evidently sufficient for the upcoming fine work. As the cooler lid is lifted, the first rainbow runner, shimmering with iridescent luster, comes into view, silently announcing the materialization of the hard-won harvest from the stormy sea. The colorful flat-headed giant, mahi-mahi, is laboriously lifted out, bringing a strong visual impact. Miller Wilson exclaims with delight at the beauty of the catch. The blade precisely cuts behind the gills of the rainbow runner, advancing steadily along the spine. Although the knife lacks sharpness, his movements remain robust and controlled. This side-cutting method without cutting not only preserves the integrity of the fillets, but also demonstrates the ultimate efficiency of wild survival. What you're left with is this. And then you just cut down here. And that's pretty much it. Bang! You've got one fillet, beautiful fillet. And the guts are still contained inside the fish there, so there is no need to waste the time filling. If I'm gutting a fish when you can filter and you get beautiful produce. Look at, that's good. Check this out. Actually, we'll get rid of this frame. So there's one of the mahis. That's the bigger one, absolutely gone. Sano, we've got some beautiful meat here for thick mahi-mahi fillets, and a full plate of rainbow runner constitute the most comforting trophies in this rainstorm. Miller Wilson lifts the heavy catch with evident pride, showcasing the vibrant textures to the camera with great excitement. After carefully removing the pale, poor-tasting blood meat, the pure fish flesh gleams with an alluring luster under the light. Raising a cold bintang beer in a celebratory toast, he drinks deeply, pushing this sense of self-sufficiency and satisfaction to its absolute peak. The ultimate freshness, caught and processed entirely by hand, represents a culinary wealth that remains utterly unmatched by any standard supermarket cold chain. This deepening and filleting technique, completed under notably rudimentary conditions, not only solves the immediate hunger, but also vividly conveys the core philosophy of wilderness survival as the iconic shaka gesture drops this indoor chapter about harvest and sharing comes to a perfect, warm, and deeply satisfying close for Miller Wilson today. Returning to the rugged, rocky coast, Miller begins to review yesterday's glorious catch with visible enthusiasm. The candid embarrassment of admitting to missing half the footage actually bridges a genuine gap with the audience. He details the impressive haul, 2 mahi-mahi, and 2 rainbow runners for himself, plus 3 smaller mahi-mahi. And another rainbow runner for the captain. The truth behind the unusually calm sea surface, dawn is also finally revealed. A simple time zone error on his watch made this experienced veteran stumble in his title judgment. 11 o'clock with complete different country in this world. Which means that's why the tide was not moving. You know how I was like, why is the tide so dormant? I was set to a different country, so, dumbass, right? Let's keep moving. I'll keep talking. So what I've done, I've jumped on the bike and I've come over to a different section of Bailey where, actually in a little bit of a busy area now. This is like a harbor where you jump on the big boats to like these big cargo ships come in here. And I just want to try fishing here for a few hours. If you don't get anything, we'll move on, but we're still using. Where is it? Holy shit. Little bit of string. So, without further ado, let's stop casting this around, and hopefully, maybe, we're getting a fish, man. Don't worry about that. We'll get a fish. Let's go. In the murky depths beneath the busy cargo port, the bright orange feather lure meets an immediate violent strike upon touching water. Yet the inherent vulnerability of hookless design reveals itself cruelly. The powerful fish escapes mere seconds before landing. Miller examines the lure closely, revealing fresh bite marks on feathers as tangible proof of what nearly was. Soaked by relentless spray and battered by suddenly shifting winds, he stands undeterred. This setback embodies the essence of hookless angling, a discipline where supreme patience trades certainty for the raw exhilaration of nearly conquering. Allez, et me have the game to count. Hold on, I'm moving. We're gonna move locations because the wind is just picking up to like, I don't even know if you guys get. In my face, so we've come over here. I've had to drive the bike over. There's the trusty steed somehow. It's still alive. We're in this like abandoned old boat shed area. There's like Buster Hours boats here. There's this like epic boat here, which is pretty sick. 3. Go inside. The strong wind forces the explorer deep inland, unexpectedly breaking into an abandoned giant green passenger ship. The dim cabins and flooded corridors exude a bizarre aesthetic of industrial ruins. Miller Wilson steps inside, his voice echoing in the vast emptiness as he marvels at the sheer scale. Standing in the center of the all-green spacious hall, the sense of shock is beyond words. This forgotten steel behemoth silently narrates its past glory, and the wind and rain a haunting monument to bygone eras. Boat. How bloody beautiful is this thing? It's like a little ocean. It's like a little bar. But that's not where we're going right now. Lots of fish, that is a fish. We have actually got a fish on the string. Oh no. Come off again. You're kidding me, man. All right, we have another fish on it. It's probably about 10 cars later, and we've actually got a fish on. Let's go, baby. Come on. Oh yeah. After enduring multiple frustrations from dropped catches, and elongated long term is finally secured. Tightly entangled by a simple strand of orange cotton thread, the intricate mesh of fine fish teeth and fibers clearly demonstrates the physical principle behind hookless fishing. This moment represents not merely a technical victory, but a powerful rebuttal to previous awkward assumptions. It proves that in the wild, human wisdom is far more reliable than cold metal tools. Miller Wilson displays the pristine silver fish, highlighting its slender form and unique mouth structure with evident pride.